Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 5 of season 9. We are in the AFC Championship against the Bengals. It's the second year in a row that we've had an AFC Championship matchup against the Bengals. So hopefully it's a repeat of last year, especially a repeat of going to the Super Bowl and winning it. I have my mic on this time, unlike yesterday when I was a little bit of a dummy there. But yeah. I think we're good to go, right? I don't need to show off any stats because I did that last episode. Nothing I really need to preface, so enjoy the game, and I'll see you after.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Ball carrier. The stop made by Myles Garrett.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Joe Mixon.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, second goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
Well, let's talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Miles Garrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Builds up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
10 yards on the
good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
at the
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
2nd and 11 at the 41. From the gun, Sorts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding a hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Into the this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Still going. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And Trevor will go down back at the 12. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Schwartz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fights through it. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
No gain on the play.
From the gun, Schwartz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Schwartz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Intercepted by the Bengals.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Short pass caught by Henry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Rhodes. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
7-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 3-3.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Burrow. And he's got it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Complete to number
Big
8.
4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And it is up.
His kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosason to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Play action. Swartz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And the throw going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
16 yards, a 1st down.
Cincinnati.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Carrier.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10. As they've got under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Open man, Butler complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Schwartz drops it off for Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the punt, just 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. And they brought the pressure pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow will throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Not much there. Only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. A give. This is Chubb. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw on 3rd down. Schwartz. That's coming and down he goes.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
1st and 10 at their own 17.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try to keep their man upright.
They have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Mixon on the draw. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And it's
On 3rd down, Burrow.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Henry's got it out on the left side.
Burrow's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Throwing on 1st down. Schwartz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Schwartz. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
At their own.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
At their own 24.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles matching up with the Detroit Lions. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
They'll take over in 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Schwartz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards that time, and a fresh set of downs. 29-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Don't do us like that.
So some rolling over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schwartz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Complete to number
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun on 3rd down, Schwartz, and he gets it down to the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Bengals 10, Nighthawks 6.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And that'll be incomplete. Burrows took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you.
And it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a way so far here in the second half.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Schwartz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They toss it left side to Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Down the play. It's 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Schwartz. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9.
Nighthawks 9.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter.
It's now 2nd
Are you
and
touched?
6.
He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
James on the coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. From behind, and he's going to be driven down.
A loss of 13 yards. And it's
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they'll return return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
48-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To throw on 2nd down. Schwartz from the left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping him on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Schwartz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
At the 9-yard line.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Back to throw. Schwartz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked. A fumble on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Chubb. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. They run it again with Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail, and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And this carries into the end zone. And Moore is going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 3. Burrow looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rhodes. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And so signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. To the air again, Burrow. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Schwartz. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Being able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10.
18 yards there and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the play fake, Schwartz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Off play action. Schwartz. He'll run it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Flush to his right. And this results in 6. Touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. This possession, gigantic. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's 3rd.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. From the gun, Schwartz firing quickly, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
On the carry, it's Chubb. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
To throw on 3rd down, Schwartz. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense
You never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
He spins free. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10 at their own 24. He'll look to throw right away. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up second and 5.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again. Short pass caught by Henry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up third down.
Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it throws incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On first and 10, Swartz firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Schwartz. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. The fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
us.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. When that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down. Chubb.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Second and 6.
Off the play fake. Swartz. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Schwartz. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And they'll send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the gun on third down. Swartz. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
17.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Set to return it, here's Moore. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
So Burrow and the Bengals down by 9. A minute 40 remaining. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on first down. Here we go with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. We got position on him, and he pulls it in. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
2nd and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And 10 yards.
And the blitz does come. It is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. Now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
15-yard line.
As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
On the deep ball.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that will look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. sacked right around the 17. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
We are back in the Super Bowl, 2nd year in a row. See if we can get those back-to-back championships. Thank you for watching this episode. Tune in tomorrow to see that Super Bowl game.